it's not the same because a woman is a free, legal adult.
Correct.
You're equal.
Free, legal adult, my equal. But if I had a girlfriend and we were walking home late at night and I said, let's not walk down that area, it's a bad area, I have to protect you if anything happens, I want to take the long way, and I should be able to decide the route. Because I have an obligation. And my obligation as a man is to protect and provide for females. Everything I'm talking about is traditional gender roles, which 10 years ago, less than 10 years ago, would not be considered outlandish, would not be considered crazy, would not be considered dangerous or misogynistic. The world has changed, and a lot of people haven't changed with the world. Please understand that
once again, this viewpoint makes sense, right? If you don't have to have the same viewpoint, but wanting to like stop people from having that and trying to censor it is just odd.
Watching this right now who like the idea of their man sticking
You
up
cannot agree, and you would still be right because it's a viewpoint. It's an opinion.
The world has gone crazy, and the legacy media has gone crazy. Most people at home are still relatively sane, and these are the people who are going to write in the comments that Andrew isn't saying anything that's outlandish. It's the whole world believes these things.
Guys, chat, I spoke to Destiny about this, okay? Guys, so I'm kind of armed now with the knowledge about this shit, okay? Is that these battles are about worldviews, and you cannot win against somebody that has a different worldview. Because it's not an argument. You're not gonna win there. It's a worldview thing. You can't win.
It's fine.
Talk about the things you can win about.
It's fine. That's fine. I'm having a nice conversation with you, so I'm enjoying it. So it's no problem. It's been fun so far. It's fine. Thank you. If a man protect you?
There's a difference between conservative values and emotional control, coercive control.
We're talking about protection now, and I'm saying if someone broke into your house, would you want your husband to protect you?
It's not about conservative values or protection, it's what you're demanding in return for that.
Well, I'll give you this. I don't know who your husband is. I don't know if he would stand up to protect you or die for you, but I'll give you this. If someone broke into this house right now and was a homicidal maniac, I would expect me and the other men in this room to stand up and face them while you and the other women in this room could protect yourselves. I would actually believe the men should go and engage the attacker. I believe that. And even though I don't know you, and you've come into my house with a hostile agenda, and you've come here to try and make me look bad, I would still stand up to protect you. I would still stand up to protect you because I believe that's my role as a man.
I am asking you about things that you have said that have caused major national organizations, including the police,
Guys, I never said I wouldn't. I wish you guys understood it. When I went on this podcast with them, people didn't agree with me. I said it's still the same conclusion. I would do what would be the best possible chance of survival. That's it. And because I'm weak and I don't have a lot of muscles, I don't have much to fucking defend myself. The point would be to run and do tactics that are around survival. But at the end of the day, that's still protecting it in a way because that's the highest chance we have of surviving it. It's still, I realized in that debate later on that we still arrived at the same conclusion. But because I'm not equipped with muscles and shit, I can't defend it like that.
You by name.
That's it.
That's what I'm asking you about.
It's not what I say.
It's not about whether you protect your partner or not. It's about what you have said that has caused such concern in the UK. And I want to put it to you that you don't really care about the harm it causes.
That's not true.
Because
that's not true.
Making controversial statements like this online has made you a lot of money.
Okay, so first thing, I genuinely am a force for good in the world. You may not understand that yet, but you will eventually. And I genuinely believe I'm acting under the instruction of God to do good things, and I want to make the world a better place. I genuinely believe my legacy is a good legacy, and I'm absolutely disingenuous. And the reason.
I'm sorry, we have agreed to do an interview where you are going to ask questions that are going to give us the opportunity to clarify some things. These are very loaded questions, and so far, I'm sorry, I have arranged this, and I'm talking right now. So these are very loaded questions, and this is not what we discussed, and this is not the conversation that we agreed to.
We were very clear that the questions
You're sitting there and just accusing. We're not here to face new allegations. This has all been discussed. Answers have been provided. So if we could please move on from this side of the interview, I would appreciate it.
I would like to hear what Andrew has got to say about the fact that when you make controversial statements, it attracts people to follow you. It attracts people to follow you, and then you direct them to your way. website where they pay you a monthly fee to learn how to be like you. And so the more controversial statements you make, the more money you get.
Oh my fucking God. The BBC with their fucking dog shit fucking ethics around misinformation are gonna go and say, yo, dude, misinformation spreads faster and in high density than normal information, and an outrage spreads faster. Oh wow, why are you doing this? When she did this like already 4 times in the interview. Come on, it's just so hypocritical, dude. That's like some bottom of the bill rat shit, dude. Jesus Christ, dude.
My presence on the
Bro, it's what they're doing, bro.
That's the path. Just shows you've done absolutely zero research.
Yeah, it makes them hypocrites.
Genuinely zero research.
Okay, so how many of the people who sign up for Hustlers University come to you through your social media?
Genuinely zero research.
How many of the people who sign up for Hustlers University come to you through your social media where you direct them to the website?
And Lucy, I encourage you to go out there, do some genuine research, watch my videos.
Okay, chat. If she said earlier, if he let her get away with saying the machete thing earlier, right, which was misinformation, it would have been clickbaited on titles of interviews. It would have been misinformation. It'd be all over the internet. If he didn't address it, right, and he didn't crush it, it would be all over the place, right? That would be a deliberate shock value garbage things for views that does spread faster than normal information, right? And they know this to be deliberately harmful, and they still do it as a practice. And she tries to go at him because some of his practices include things that are far out, that get more traction. She did it 4 times in this interview. Like, what the fuck?
Of course, watch my videos at length. And
That's hypocrisy.
How many of the people who sign up for Hustlers University at $49.99 a month come to you because they see your social media comments?
There's an online school called Hustlers University, which I don't own. I influence for, along with many other influencers, and they sign up for your website, which I don't own. And once again, that's nothing to do with me. And you're going to sit here and say that I made a joke. I made a joke online 4 years ago because a woman said that she owned her man's car, and you made a joke, and that
Chad, he's talking, I think, in legal lingo. He's saying like, I don't own this because it's LLC, limited liability, which extracts him from the company. So whatever the company does or says or represents, right, it's not him. That's just how it is. It's just the way it conducts business. It's just what it is.
Yeah, the most misogynistic, dangerous man in the world. This is going down a path of absolute insanity. It's not true. Gender. Just because I believe men have a point of view and men have rights and men are allowed to think and believe and act a certain way that helps them internally, that doesn't mean it's anti-female. In fact, I believe it's actually pro-female. I think when a man is true to his influence and true to his essence, and he's good within himself, he's a positive influence in the world, and he's positive for the women around him.
So
just because I discuss men's issues, people say, oh, you're anti-woman. I'm not anti-woman, I love women.
Why are so many women saying that when their boyfriends start following you,
they're not.
They experience more control?
So many.
They experience
How many?
more abuse?
How many?
Enough.
Well, it's the first time I've heard of it. So, in fact...
One is too many.
Oh, of course, yeah. So, in fact, I've seen thousands and thousands of comments and have endless emails from women praising the fact that there's some...
Guys, these are tactics that work when your interviewee, the person you're interviewing, right, will just let it slide and won't question the question, and they're just gonna get crushed, and they're gonna get on the massive titles. We got him. It's a got him. That's how these things work. If this guy wasn't fucking thinking about it and just answered, he'd get crushed because that's their tactics. I think it's lame as fuck, bro.
Praising the fact that
the things I'm saying.
They're both doing it though. You're not wrong.
It would worry me if I was genuinely damaging the world. But for you to sit here and say, Andrew, you become the most Googled man in the world, you have billions of views, and one woman is now saying that her husband is not the same man she wants him to be, when thousands and thousands of people are saying the opposite. Well, then I would say
I've presented you with case after case after case, with quote after quote after quote of people who are genuinely concerned about the impact you're having, and you brush it off as if it's nothing.
No, what you have done is come here with an agenda. You come here with loaded questions. You come here with things taken out of context. You come here with things that you don't understand are satirical, and then you're going to also sit and say that one woman said that her boyfriend changed when he watched one of your videos. And then I don't know what you expect.
That story's been paraded for fucking years now or some shit.
So that's how you explain the comments you make.
For you to sit down.
Would you like to apologize for any of them?
For you to sit down, and for you to sit down. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's easy. For you to sit down and say that one woman said that her boyfriend watched an Andrew Tate video and now he won't do the dishes, or whatever your argument is, and that I'm somehow the worst, most dangerous man in the world because I have a car. is just disingenuous. And I'm enjoying this interview very much because this shows the world. It's great. It shows the world the truth about the legacy media because they beg me for interviews. They beg me, you have been begging me for months, please, we need to be relevant. And then you come here with loaded questions trying to paint a picture of me, which is completely and utterly false. I am a good positive influence for the world. The things I teach men are stoicism, discipline, self-respect, hard work, obeying authority, listening to your fight coach, working hard in school, making as much money as possible in your job. If you actually watch the things I say, if you actually watch my comments about women, I've done long podcasts for hours long about females, talking about protecting for them, providing for them, how I believe a woman should be treated in a relationship. I've done all of this, but you don't watch any of it, and then you come here and ask me to answer questions I've answered at length thousands of times.
Brother, the reality is that, bro, inherently, brother, I'm not even glazing it. That's just true, though. He says, I was at his viewpoints about some of these things I don't agree in are dog shit, and some of the things that he says are unhinged. That, unfortunately, that gets clipped a lot, but as a whole, it's a small part of it. A lot of the other viewpoints are very good. His core fundamentals are pretty good. It sucks to say it, because he's like, what, anti-Tatar brain rot, okay? But I was in it. These viewpoints are good.
You came out of custody.
Like, what do you want from me? What am I supposed to say?
About your charity work.
Correct.
On your social media.
I've always done the charity work, but now I'm promoting it.
There seems to be a real shift.
Yeah.
I wonder what's behind that.
Well, I've always done the charity work. I've been doing the charity work for years. I believe that it's my legacy to leave a positive influence on the world, and I've been doing charity work for over 5 years. Post my incarceration, my unfair, unjust incarceration, may I add. Post that, I've made it more clear the charity work I'm doing. But this is, once again, very interesting. I spend $25 million a year feeding children. Men, male children, and female children. In Turkey, in Syria, in Iran, and Iraq. I literally spend $25 million a year feeding children. And I'm still the worst man in the world because 4 years ago I made a sarcastic comment.
Because some people would look at that and say, okay, so before you got money from attracting people to your website by making controversial comments, but that might have got you into trouble. And so now you're looking for a new market. You're looking for a new market of followers who are attracted by a different sort of persona.
I've always done the charity work, so that is obviously incorrect. And I have proof that I've always done the charity work, so you're wrong, firstly. I believe that if you have a lot of wealth, you should help people, and I'm helping people. I also think it's very, very interesting that you could not find another celebrity.
Whoever said his interview is good as, I don't know,
feeding children.
This lady is out of her depth.
Countries. I'm doing that, and I've been doing that for a long time without even mentioning it. I never even said it. And now that I've said it, people are gonna
she ran out of questions on a paper and she went freestyle, and that was just cringe.
Attack you for it and say that it's disingenuous. The person in Sudan who's eating the meal, do you think they believe it's disingenuous? No, I think they feel pretty good that Andrew Tate fed them. And to sit here and say that I'm a bad person now because I'm manipulating charity, because I'm using charity, I'm just trying to do good in the world. That's all I've ever been trying to do.
When women speak out against you online, disagree with what you say, they describe being bombarded with rape threats, with death threats, trolling.
Wait, what?
When women speak out against you online, disagree with what you say, they describe being bombarded with rape threats, with death threats, trolling by your followers. Would you like to say anything to your followers about how to behave in that situation?
Absolutely, correct. I would love to do that. First things first, I've yet to see a female stand up and argue with me online. I don't ever see hardly any, although only women who message me agree with me. Secondly, I don't think that anybody who disagrees with me, male or female, should be trolled. I don't think they should be insulted or attacked. I think the ideas should be discussed openly and fairly and maturely. It doesn't matter if a man agrees with me or disagrees with me, or a female. I don't think my followers should come along and attack her, and if my followers are doing that, I'm upset by that. But let's make a very...
Chad, this is the same argument as, oh my god, dude, I said some really fucking dumb shit. Oh, but this person replied, and now I'm getting chat hoppers. What the fuck? They caused this. Ugh, man, just stop.
That's
it's
not my
like,
fault.
fuck off,
dude. If you were to log
dude.
into any video game lobby, I don't play video games, and someone were to sit there and say something stupid, they would be trolled with similar comments. That's the unfortunate reality of the internet.
It's the ping pong conundrum again.
I encourage all of my followers to
It's the ping pong theory.
Honest and talk in a way which is mature. There's no need to troll anybody, male or female.
Okay.
Kathy, anything?
Couple things. I wonder if you were giving Andrew
The what?
an opportunity to consider whether
Don't worry.
he would like
Do not be afraid. I got you.
or give an indication of how he feels about the allegations that he has
Chat. I've told you guys, I'm a broken record. I'm a broken record, okay? This is the ping pong theory, okay? Let me lower the volume a little bit because it's gonna be a little bit too high, okay? It kind of goes like this, See? That. Chat. You guys think it's a joke or something like that, right? I'm not even laughing anymore because I love this video. Because this is the internet these days, okay? And that's what people are in this position, okay? They see themselves as the smaller person and they throw a big, they go for it. They say, you know, dude, I'm gonna fucking go for it. And they go for it. They throw their ammo and they shoot their shot. Bing! And instead of falling and dying, being crushed, what happens then? The person's like, oh, yo, actually, and they reply, and then now, oh my god, guys, I'm the victim, help! Help, guys, I didn't do anything. This isn't fair, but dude, it is fair. You tried it, it failed, you're gonna get clapped. That is the base of how it works. So this video is so important, dude. It's the ping pong theory. Alright, you can finish this up and then we're gonna. It's like 5 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
This interview is taking place in your house because you're under house arrest. If it were not for that, then we would have chosen another location, I'm sure. We would have negotiated that between us. So I think that's just worth looking over.
Locked in house arrest without charge.
How TF did you find a way to defend him?
Don't you think that would be interesting?
You're here under house arrest because there's an ongoing investigation into rape and human trafficking allegations against you.
Correct. I've been incarcerated without charge. And don't you think
The rape allegation
it's been dropped?
has been incarcerated for.
Correct. So I'm incarcerated without charge, and I think that would be a far more interesting conversation. But then I guess Julian Assange is incarcerated without charge, and nobody's interested in that either. So if you actually wanted to do some genuine journalism and investigation, you could talk about the fact that an innocent man who is yet to be charged with a crime has had his liberty deprived of him. And I think that would be a far more interesting angle than talking about me being the most dangerous man in the world because I own a car.
And this question about schools being very worried about your influence.
Yes.
Boys in primary school or, you know, boys as young as 11 are quoting you at school,
Yeah.
attacking girls, refusing to respect female teachers.
Yeah.
Would you like to say anything about that?
I'd like to say a lot. First things first.
Brother,
I
I hate to say it, chat, because when I was in school, okay, I would pick fights and fucking quote Dragon Ball Z on my way to fucking start wrestling other kids, okay? What do you want? What do you want? Brother, that's like, I don't know.
Said, and the only reason I keep repeating it is because I'm sure this interview will be edited. I am a positive force for the world, and I teach children discipline. I teach the
Why? I mean, dude.
male or female of any age, and a lot of women listen to me as well. 40% of the people who listen to me are actually female. Secondly, I do understand with my massive influence, and I am now the one of the most influential people on the planet, that I do have to be slightly more careful with things I say. I'm not going to disagree with that. The idea that I said something 5 years ago on a video that got 300 views.
So what do you mean, being slightly more careful?
I'll give you an example. Some of the jokes I made 4 or 5 years ago on a YouTube channel that got 300 views, I would no longer make.
Like what?
Like the OnlyFans.
Oh man.
The one you mentioned, repeatedly. When she said, my man's car is my car. And then she said she did OnlyFans. And I said, what do you sell on OnlyFans? She said, my tits. And I said, well, those are your man's tits. As a joke, ha ha ha, everybody laughed. The fact that I could do that on a podcast 5 years ago and it only got 300 views, now I understand I'm the most influential man on the face of the planet. I would be more careful with certain things I say. That doesn't mean the things I originally said were genuinely out to harm people.
Do you really believe you're the most influential man on the face of the planet?
I'm the most Googled person on the planet.
Do you believe you're the most influential man on the face of the planet?
I'm the most Googled man on the planet.
I think we're done.
Yep. Thanks, Lucy. It was enjoyable. Nice to meet you. No, it was fun. It was good. I enjoyed it. De-mic me. I don't want to damage anything.
I mean, okay. Everything I say, like I'm glazing. I mean, she's just mauled. I mean,
Hello,
bro,
XQC.
this is your fucking job. This is her job as it works in media. I don't even know why you get this mauled. It doesn't make any sense. I don't. Why is she so mauled?